I think commanders who find themselves with missions where what you are doing is trying to build up the security forces of a friendly country, of a country friendly to the United States, of a government that's friendly to the United States. You're not trying to replace it. You're trying to take what's there and make it better, and therefore allow a friendly government to control its territory, its national territory, to prevent ungoverned space. I think the big lessons, part of it is the idea that you cannot just simply do kinetic actions. You have to allow, this goes back to Lawrence of Arabia, where he said, it's not whether or not the Arabs do it well, it's that they do it. And I think that's a very important lesson for when you're working with a friendly government and their forces and you're trying to make them better. You cannot just say, okay, we can do it a lot better, just you guys stay out of the way. You have to make them the primary agents. And I think that is an important lesson. I think another lesson is the small size of OEFP. After initially, in the first couple months, it was up to 1,200 people and then got very small, less than 100. It stabilized at about 600 people. For over a decade, well over a decade, we had roughly 600 people in the southern Philippines. And it wasn't in the newspapers. At the very beginning it was, but it wasn't on the news. It wasn't in the newspapers. And that really gave OEFP what it needs the most, and that's time. That any time you're going to do a counterinsurgency, you really need almost a whole generation of time. And so the smaller the footprint, the effort, and the more you work through a friendly government, the more time you give that operation, and I think that's what you really need for success. You can't go in saying, okay, in 2 years we'll be done. If it's a threat to the sovereignty, if there is a large insurgency of some sort, you need at least a decade.